Hello and welcome back to Chulip. This is a bonus video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you Long Life Town, all of the buildings, and hopefully a lot of the signs. Pretty much everything that I can show off about Long Life Town, I'm going to. So let's start with your house. There's not much to do in here. There's the alarm clock and the bed, there's the album and the bathroom, but let's go outside and see what else we have around here. If you come into the yard, you can find AZ under this tree. Unfortunately, on this file, I've already gotten it, but I'll show that at the end. There's graffiti everywhere around here. This one says, "Someone has bad handwriting. Dear new tenant, this house is the worst place to live. It is not safe at night. If you are weak, go home early." Previous tenant. They're probably talking about the policeman and Dandy. Dirty and old nameplate. Chuck's dad's house. You got your mailbox right here, and some more graffiti. Watch out for a strange utility pole that kicks everything. It's very dangerous. And here we've got some stuff going on here. Construction, keep out. And here's the first example of a sign that was translated into English, but the actual sign itself is still in Japanese. So I've got some notes for these, and I'll take a look. So it says, "Caution, utility pole." The Japanese says "Denchu-san hairu kinshi," which means no utility poles allowed. Oh, Yabu Hospital is open. There's some writing here. Honestly, I couldn't figure out what all of this was just because it's so unclear. I couldn't properly read a lot of the letters, but from what I could read, you've got "Nyuin," which says hospitalization, "Gekka," which is surgery. More of the, it's not so much surgery as in you're going to get somebody cutting you open. It's more like if you go to Europe, surgery just sort of means like general hospital stuff. I can't read the next one, and the last one says Seishinka, which is psychiatry. Trash can back here. You can find poopy, cold sweet potato, a frying pan, or a dead cicada, or nothing in this case. We've got a couple signs back here. This one says "Hanzai wa yurushimasen," which means crimes will not be tolerated. There's some other stuff that's a little bit too small to read. Oh, it's from the Tsurukame Keisatsu, which is the Long Life Police. There's another sign over here that says "Tanoshiku biru nomeru mise," which means a place where you can relax and drink beer. Eat and drink for only 3,000 Z. Please come to Bar Julie. Enjoy our special of the week. Bring a coupon to get a bottle for free. You can see Long Life Town is just crammed full of cool stuff to look at. No trespassing, private property, Cheapot. So Cheapot owns that area. No trespassing, private property, Cheapot. But someone crossed it out with a marker. Linda's house. So Cheapot owns this area and this empty lot here, but he lets Linda stay for free, so it's okay. Speaking of, you can go inside her house. See, she's got a little lantern and some stars. She really likes space. Continuing on, oh, I forgot to go inside the hospital. Let's go check that out now. There's a couple things to look at inside the hospital as well. Over here, you've got this sign. "Stretch for your health. Stretching every day is good for you." Yabu Hospital offers a stretch class. You can see 4 different stretching positions. Class hour, 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. That is when Chuck comes out. Please join us and stretch for your health, doctor. This sign here says "Uketsuke," which means receptionist. Right. Let's go down to the bottom section of town. There's more graffiti here. "I hate the teachers. I hate grown-ups. I'm going into the hole to hide from them." That would be from Miss Thick Glasses. Up here, we've got a sign for the turtle bath and another sign for the hospital. Garbage dump. "Caution when searching. You might get injured. Long life cleaning." We'll check the can in just a second. This red and white sign here says Iemon. From what I've been able to figure out, Iemon is a name, sort of like an older traditional Japanese name. There's a couple of historical figures and like stories from folktale that that name. I'm not sure why they would have printed it around signs all over this game, but that's what I was able to find out about that. Warning! Someone brings a bucket here between 9 and 11 a.m. This is a community garbage dump, so please do not do it. Long life cleaning. Got another utility pole sign here. Clearance sign 6.5. Long life town that way. Whoops. This trash can is the same as the one up, the big trash can. You can find poopy, cold sweet potatoes, frying pans, and dead cicadas. You can see here there's a sign for Heno tires. Heno is the Japanese name for Funny Bone Factory, so those are tires made at the factory. Caution, angry people. That is pretty much exactly what that sign says. It says kari kari chui, which means be careful of angry people. In here we can see Batayan grows potatoes, and we could take one. Cold sweet potato, 1 per file. Coming inside here. There's a bit to see in Batayan's trailer. He's got a song here that he's working on. Famous song, Island of Eternal Summer. You can see his song here. That's pretty much all there is to see in here, though. So let's head over to Chipot's shop before it closes. See, there's that Iemon sign again. Here. Do you need money? We buy stuff found in garbage cans. Hours 9:30 a.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. to 4 p.m. Chipot. It says 9:30. He really opens more like around 10. That statue there is a Tanuki statue. It's meant to bring good fortune to shops. There are some other signs in here that I wasn't quite able to decipher. If I can figure it out, I'll put it in the description, but it's so blurry. I really do have trouble with it. So here you can buy and sell. You can't go up here. I think he just keeps some stock up there. That chicken will caw every time you talk to Chipot and every time you stop talking to him. All right, I think we have enough time to do the park. There's a couple of things I want to show that are timing based, but the park shouldn't take all that long. There's not all that much to do and see there. At least not that takes up time. This is Undasura Park. Undasura Park warning. Danger. Play with caution. Local junior high teachers. Do not use the facilities in this park. The turning globe is especially dangerous. It is 4 times more dangerous than the swings. Many people get injured every year. That is correct. So we've got stations here, first of all. We've got Tokyo, Shin Yokohama, Shin Osaka. Oh, that's Shin Kobe. I guess you can't examine that one. Nagoya, Kyoto. There's also this playground equipment. Said the swings were, or the turning globe was twice as dangerous as the swings. So let's go on the swings. It healed us. That's not the only thing that can happen on the swings, though. When you ride the swings, you get hurt 50% of the time. It only does 3 damage. The slide will hurt you 100% of the time. Oh, he can't use it because Yamada's in the way. Well, I'll show that at the end as well. Yamada stays here for the rest of the game after that. But you can use the slide before he gets there. And the turning globe is 4 times as dangerous as the swings. It always hurts you, and it will hurt for 12 damage. This bench is interesting. If you sit on this bench, you will heal for 2 hearts, and depending on the time of day, the message you get will be different. It's lunchtime. I wish I could have a pork chop lunchbox. I wonder what it tastes like. Chuck daydreamed about pork chops. This is also where you can find the midnight massage guy, but I'll show him later. The water fountain here will heal for 3 hearts. You can use it once per sleep cycle. It's not once per 24 hours. You have to actually sleep to reset it. There's another garbage can here. You can find more stuff in this one than the others. You can find Poopy, Dead Cicada, Frying Pan, Heart Chocolate, or Cold Sweet Potato. So you can get heart chocolates in here. It's a nice way to get some free healing items, especially early in the game where that kind of health actually matters. Here you've got a wilting flower. And I think we're just in time to show off the thing that I wanted to show at 4 o'clock. I know I just tossed a weekly comic, it's fine. We have a little loading screen here, so we can load up the normal part of town. And any time between 4 and 5, you've got a whole hour to make it work, you can go through here. You can see the fortune teller first of all, but as long as we're paused here, let's talk about some of the stuff in the background. Again, a lot of this stuff is either too blurry or sort of cut off and has other stuff in front of it. So I could only read just a little bit of it. But the one on the very top left, the one written in really thin white letters, says Chichu Ue, which means underground residence above ground. You can see Mr. Suzuki's been crossed out. There's Yamada all the way on the right. There's some graffiti going on in here. You there, hold on. What do you want? Maybe true, maybe not. Let me see your life and fortune. Your daily horoscope says, very good. So we're going to heal from that. He can say very good, good, so-so, bad, and very bad. If you get very bad, you lose hearts. Which means what? Maybe true, maybe not. There is something hidden in a trash can. Anyway, life has ups and downs. Be cautious. He can only say 2 things, unfortunately. There's that, and then he gives a hint about the order to take a bath for Turtle Bath. But that's all he has to say. Here we've got Goro selling sweet potatoes, which you can actually buy. You've got the cinema here. Long Life Cinema has closed its doors today. Thank you. That sign says Heikon, which means the cinema is closed. So that was another good translation. We've got some other signs up here that I had a little trouble with because they're either cut off or I can't get a good angle on them. But we'll see what one of those is later. Real quick before Suzuki closes up, I want to go show the inside of his house. Then we'll take a look at the other side of town. Alright, we should have just enough time to show off Mr. Suzuki's house. We might miss the snack shop, so if I have to put that at the end, I will. Here's Suzuki's house. You can talk to him. You can get a closer look at his poetry here, and you can see that the love letter set is missing. Get the love letter set back. If we're real fast, I might be able to make it to the snack shop so we can see the inside of that place. But I do believe we are done with this side of town and with the park. Moving a little quicker than I thought. Alright, let's see if we can make it up to Miss Plum's before she closes. Oh, that's gonna be... No, we're not gonna make it. Alright, we'll just look around here. We can see the policeman. I can't quite read that. Some of that's in English, some of that's in Japanese. I can't quite figure it out. And then we can see a poster for the fart woman. And another Henno tire sign. If you come in here, you can make a call to the hospital. Hello, you've reached Yabu Hospital. We are not available right now. Please leave your message after the tone. Click. The phone got disconnected. That message does not change after you've healed Dr. Dandy. It doesn't matter when you call. That's the only thing you can get from the hospital. Same with the police station, you only get the same message throughout the entire game. Hello, you've reached the police station. Please notify any problems to policeman stationed in your town. There is one more place we can call, and that is we can call randomly, which always calls your house. Chuck, my son, I'm bored at home. I've read Long Life Times and found more incidents. There are 8 strange incidents to be solved. 4 students are refusing to go to school. A crisis, a big crisis. He'll update you on how many residents you still have to kiss. The students he's talking about are underground residents. Everybody else will be above ground residents. Here's the mailbox with the big lips. Train station mailbox. Operating 24 hours, 7 days a week. Not that you can really mail anything. The 100th anniversary of Long Life Train Company. Win a chance to buy a permanent free pass by kissing our conductor. Please join our anniversary special. And I think I'm actually going to leave it there for now because it's getting dark and it's getting very hard to see the signs. So I'll see you back in just a second. We're back. It's daytime again, so you can actually see what's going on. Down here by the bottom of the train station by the fountain, we love grilled chicken. Join us to find out more about delicious grilled chicken. Grilled chicken is our culture. Together we will conserve our culture. Join us. We need more members. Pro grilled chicken. Alright, and if you go to the other side, you can see... Save the chickens. No to grilled chicken. Join us to protect chicken rights. A bar in this town serves grilled chicken. Most of the people in this town are against grilled chicken, anti-grilled chicken. And there's the chicken war of this town. There's some other signs here. There's the guardian deity. There's some red signs that I can't quite get a read on. This one I think says microgum. There's some other signs here. There's another Eamon sign. I think that yellow one says Punchline, which is the studio that developed the game. Here you can see the sign we read before. That symbol in there does in fact mean celebration. Here's the comic shop. And over here, today, Sunny, Funny Bone Factory is seeking a worker. Please contact 01234567. So you can get a very early hint to that. Let's go into the train station. There's not all that much to see in here. There's more advertisements for microgum. Here's the train schedule. Information, the trains arrive 30 minutes before departure. Fast and safe, long life trains. If you come up here on the platform, even though we've got nowhere to go, you can see a sign for the Yapu Hospital with the phone number, which you should remember if you're going to go all the way through the game. Julie's Bar with a phone number as well. And Cheapot. There's a sign for the turtle bath back there, and then there's another big sign there. It's really hard to see the kanji behind the clock, but that's the same symbol that was on the smaller sign down at the bottom, that celebration. So I assume that talks about their anniversary as well. Let's go see Mrs. Plum. If we come up here, we'll go down and look at the bar later once the signs are out. You can see she's got ice cream outside the shop. I believe that's an ice cream container. And in here, you can see a bunch of different snacks. I can't figure out what that sign up there says with the red letters. It's just too blurry. There's a sign behind the clock right now. I think that says microgum as well. If you come out here, more signs for microgum. So they're really trying to advertise it. These signs, I'm afraid I couldn't actually figure out. If anybody is more familiar with kanji and Japanese writing, and they want to help me with that, there is actually a Google document that I'm working on with all of the signs. So if you have any information about that, feel free to check that out. A poster of an old movie. Long Life Cinema New Year Special. Local junior high. What will happen to local junior high? What makes the teachers and students fight? The controversy remains a mystery until the end. A must-see movie. Sign here says No Crime Week. Long Life PD. And here's the board. You can see right now Jam Track and some unknown character up there. Code of conduct. Keep clothes on. Do not smoke. Do not steal. Long Life Police Department. Now's as good a time as any to explain the Long Life Town and how it got its name. In Japanese, Long Life Town is called Tsurukamecho, which means turtle, crane turtle. Sorry, Crane Turtle Town. And as Mrs. Plum explains, the crane and the turtle are symbols for long life. Oh, it's a little early. We'll have to come back here a little later. But actually, no, you can see the signs here. The sign all the way on the left is an advertisement for Yabu Hospital. The sign that's yellow says Yuri. I have to assume that means boiled water. I looked that up as it was and didn't get a translation that made sense, but I think it's a conjugated verb that means like hot water. Road Safety Week. When you encounter angry people on the street, approach them quietly, walk away quietly. Here's another sign with the utility pole. Coming along here, let's look in here and see the inside of the tea house. Nothing to really examine in here. You can interact with this, you can get that to open and go upstairs, but I don't have a crane feather on me, so we're not going to do anything with that. No signs or anything in here, just a regular old tea house. But yeah, back to Long Life Town. I assume they translated it as Long Life Town because a literal translation wouldn't make all that much sense. If tsurukame is an expression that means long life in Japanese, I'm not familiar with it, but I also wouldn't be particularly surprised. Now that it's dark, let's come down here and check out this area, because Julie's Bar and Grill has the signs up now. Good, cheap, and more. Hours 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. The signs up here are a menu. The one all the way on the left says biru, which is beer. This one I can't quite get a read on. I can't get those symbols clear enough. The next one says sour, which is a type of alcohol. The next one says hatsu, which is heart. That's typically a beef heart, so it's literally like the heart of an animal that's served that you can eat. And then the last one says iroke, which, as far as I can tell, in this context means like charm or like sexy. So I think they're talking about how there's like a sexy bartender that you can go and be entertained by. Something along those lines anyway. Inside the bar, there's a few signs here. The one that the clock is unfortunately covering up is Julie when she was younger, when she was a singer. This sign up here, with the red letter, says otona, which means adult. So I assume that means, adults only. This blue hanging sign says kinima ichidai, which means cinema generation. And up here we got some posters. Old poster. Love and Be Young by Goro Arashiyama. Old poster. Evil Doll 2 by Goro Arashiyama. That's just about all there is to see in here, which means here's Goro, which means we've pretty much wrapped up this side of town. There's only one other thing to see here in Long Life Town. Let's go take a peek. Ooh, there goes the policeman. It's a very nice little town, filled with lots of lovely little details. Let's go see what's on this side of the bridge. Long Life Vista Point. You can profess your love to her on this hill. Let's go. Well, read details. AKA Slapping Tree. Here is a place of many broken hearts. You must have a strong heart to come here. Let's go. And there is the Lover's Tree. Not here yet. She might come here in the evening. That's your hint, that if you come here in the evening, you might find the girl. It doesn't give you a time, but it does give you something that you can investigate yourself. And that's it for Long Life Town. Thank you very much for watching this bonus video, and I'll see you, hopefully, in another bonus video where we do something else. Goodbye! I don't know why I just did an intro. We're not done. There's a couple of things I still have to show you guys. First of all, here's Julie's chicken coop. We got a bunch of chickens in here, and a bunch of spots where you can check the ground. If you check this spot right here, Having a little bit of trouble. Hello? There we go. If you check the spot all the way at the end, you get cold sweet potato. If you check any of the other spots... Okay, this place seems to be a little buggy. You get poopy. I'll see you back for one of the most interesting places in Long Life Town. The last thing to see here in Long Life Town is this green bench in the park. This bench is not a comic bench. It gives you different dialogue depending on when you sit on it. You can sit on it once per day for dialogue options. If you get here sort of in the early dawn hours, because the dialogue changes based on how light it is outside. So if you get here between the hours of 4 and 8 a.m., when it's not really dark anymore, but it's not really light yet, then you'll see this. I want to drink a glass of milk in the morning, Chuck muttered to himself. He is feeling more energetic now. And you heal. There's a few more options you can get if you do this at different times, so I'll be right back to show you that. If you sit on the bench when it's light, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m., you get this message. It's lunchtime. I wish I could have a pork chop lunchbox. I wonder what it tastes like. Chuck daydreamed about pork chops. And you heal. It's an awfully long time frame for it to be lunchtime, but whatever they say. I'll see you back in a second for the next one. If you sit on the bench once the music has stopped, between the hours of 5 and 7, you get this message. The sunset time with falling leaves. Chuck felt a little lonely. It's the only bench message that doesn't heal you. I'll be back in a second for the grand finale. Finally, if you come to this bench when it's dark out between the hours of 7 and 4 a.m., you get to see this. Parks are scary at night. I hope no one tries to attack me. It's the hidden character of Long Life Town. Hi, young man. Good evening. Undasura Park offers midnight massage services. I'll give you shiatsu massage. Ha ha ha. Despite appearances, this always heals you. Now that's it for the Long Life Tour, for real this time. Goodbye, and I'll see you soon.